We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're off and running from Gillette. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of the season. And the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and short. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yep, 68. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing. On the move, headed right. Connecting on the slant. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Ready. 76.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Here's a screen for Achane. Has a lane past the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, well, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. There it is. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Flushed out of the pocket. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that out.
Good defensive effort here drives them back across midfield onto their own side. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, May. This one's complete. DeAndre Lambert-Smith. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots reach pay dirt for the first time this game. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
Come on.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set. 19. 79. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw. Nice lock on that one, but it falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 for New England. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Back to the air following that pick 6. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running with Achane here out of the gun. He is down to the 30-yard line.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some room to work. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. No, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 1. Here's May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
At the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Come on, come on.
Handoff running left. It's Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
2nd and 10, back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Kaiser. And the Patriots get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
It's complete. Kyle Williams. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down throw for May. Left side into the hands of Warren. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a New England first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's May again. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
May now on 3rd down. Brought in. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Charbonnet will take it in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Going after is good by Borregales. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Borregales on to send it away.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Fielded at the 7. He lost the football. Oh, and the kicking team's got it. Well, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did. Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Here's May. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
Here we go, here we go. Pound to 60, pound to 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
2nd down carry for A-Chan. Space on the right. He's got room at the 20. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has this down to the 34. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
To the air on first down, May. And the Dolphins are going to get to him, and he is dropped. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
May now from the gun. Right side, this is reeled in by one. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Throw here, third down. That one's caught. This is Lambert Smith. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go, son. Hey, what's that?
Counter play. It's Henderson. And he is into the end zone for New England touchdown. The Patriots take a second quarter lead. Corey Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Borregales on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. First and 10.
Here we go.
Ochan to the right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie us up 28-all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, son. Crazy, crazy.
Here's May to the air. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be third down and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Gillette after this. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, son. Hey, what's up?
This looks like a run drawn up for May. This breaks through and breaks away. Still fighting forward. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a New England first down.
First down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Henderson on 1st and 10. And they take this in for the score. The Patriots get some late points and the lead. Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Borregales on to send it away.
Andres Borregales to kick off for New England.
Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Achane from the pistol. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They kick the running back in motion. He's going to throw it. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is a Dolphins first down.
A gain of 16.
Dropping back to throw.
First down, Miami.
Complete out to the right side. Down to the 10. It won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line.
First down.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches. Achane will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal.
Crack all 80, Viking 18.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away. It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Here's him holding up, they're able to drop it. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass, and everybody in the secondary doing their jobs, tying up throwing lanes until they could get home to the quarterback and bring him down. That is the epitome of a coverage sack.
Connects. This is to Sloan. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Dolphins going to counter with a dime package here. 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Another punt coming up. Bryce Behringer to do the honors again. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for 1 more snap here before we reach halftime. this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Come on, come on.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. This return starts at the 5. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to Achane. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go now.
A gain of 14.
Achane running right. Here he goes again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. Devon Achane with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. They'll try the right side. Here's Henderson. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On him quick, and they bring him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
We'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
All right, here we go, Sonora. Hey, what's that?
Henderson's going to get it on third down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
Less than a yard.
Fourth down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. He'll throw it. That's complete to Slaw. And he's taken down at the 30. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and 1. Here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So now on fourth down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. This a 39-yarder.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fields this one at the 3. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Come on.
Chan again. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
The Patriots adding an extra defensive back out there for this third down.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 19 tight.
They'll air it out on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
Hawk 70. Hawk.
He's back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets him the first. Throwing from the gun here. He'll drop this down to Achan. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Has him on the quick hitter. He got out of bounds after a small gain. Pickup of 2 here. And it's going to be first down Miami. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. It's Achan on the inside give. He has room past the 25. Here he goes again. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins take a third-quarter lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 5th rushing score in this game alone. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Massive hit. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Okay, break.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Let's go now.
It's a gain of 10.
Ninth, craft all leading. Cup 19. Warriors 70.
From the red zone on first. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up. And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achan. Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Get it. Ready.
Achane gets this on the draw. Same guy, same results. He's brought it up for a 2nd time. That's going to bring him the 4th down. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight.
Here's May. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Give him 24 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st down. May. Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
It's on target to Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've set it down from the 37.
37-yard line.
Here's May on 1st and 10. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
May now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Throwing again. It's May. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete. And they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Quick slant. That's Williams. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker. And that hit prevents a 1st down.
Brings up 3rd.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Unable to connect with his running back. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Achan. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Devon Achan with the touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
Patriots 41.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here goes that. Crazy, crazy. Hey, what's that?
From the gun, it's May. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw? These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd down run from Achan. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is going to be a 46-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Charbonnet on the toss. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
May. It's to Williams over the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air on 1st down. May. Down to the 10. He's got it near the 8. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like. about that amazing play.
Goal to go.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Anderson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
He was taken down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Corey Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots cut the lead down to 10.
58. Patriots 48.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Dolphins were all over that kick. This game is over. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. And stick with Achane. And this is near the first down, but they need 1 more yard now to get it. 3rd down at the 29.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go, here we go. 19.